I'm Jim, and I'm a retired electrician. I suppose I could say that I accumulated all this stuff by mistake. But that would have to mean a lot of mistakes. I woke up one day and said, where did all this stuff come from? I am a hoarder. I like to collect tools for sure, camera things, electronics of all types, computer components and gizmos, survival stuff. Got tons of books. I've got materials from projects that I thought would be financially beneficial, but somehow I got sidetracked. And I could actually fill up a warehouse, I sometimes think.
It's time for a couple of pills here.
Couple of pills. Let's have a couple of pills.
I'm Alicia, and Jim is my dad. All right, down you go. In 2019, when I lost my last job, I felt broken. I moved in with my dad. He thought, well, maybe we can help each other. We can get this place cleaned up and you can kind of find yourself again. And along the way, that didn't happen. Living in the middle of my dad's ward, it's been the most difficult experience of my life. You know, feeling claustrophobic and suffocated in there. I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
Hi, Jim. Dr. David Tolan, how are you?
All right.
Very nice to meet you. I'm Dr. David Tolan. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I specialize in the study and treatment of hoarding disorder. I see you've got a lot of survival gear here, Jim.
Yep.
Yeah, what's that about?
Well, I guess you hadn't heard. The world is ending next week.
Is that what you're preparing for?
Well, that's what I thought I was doing. And to at least feel as though I had most of the things that I might need in a desperate situation.
Understood. As I point out some of the survivalist stuff and all the kind of doomsday prep that Jim has in the house, he's able to concede that maybe he is erecting a wall between him and the outside world. If that's the case, then it's going to be that much harder for us to get him to let go of things. They give him a sense of safety, of security. So what do you think is the bottom line in terms of how this is all progressing and how this all happened?
It seemed to make sense as I was going along.
Yeah.
But I finally got overwhelmed.
Yeah, it sounds that way.
And then here I am. I'm going to have to get rid of some of this stuff. There's no doubt about it.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think that there's probably no way that we're just going to be able to organize all this stuff. I mean, I think a lot of it's just going to have to go.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Dorothy.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Digna. Listen, Jim, we're all here to help you. And we want to acknowledge you as being a Vietnam veteran. So I'm going to address you this morning as Corporal Jim, all right? And this is your platoon. Here is Dr. Tolan. He's one of your platoon leaders. I'm your other platoon leader. And everyone here is reporting for duty, right? So,
Reporting
Jim,
for duty.
we are here for you.
It was a toolbox at one time.
Clothes and bags to the backyard, all in one spot. That's gonna go with dollies and things like that. So put it over that way. Wait a second, what's here? What do we got, Tyler?
There's 2 guns.
Okay, stop! Stop! Everybody out? Everybody out? We are finding a gun on the average about 1 every single hour. And so, oh, you've got another gun? I got another gun. Stop! Stop! I have to call the gun specialist in. We say stop, he has to come in, take the guns, secure it, tie it, tag it, and store it away.
All right.
So that is slowing us down for sure. Okay, let's keep going.
You know, as I've been thinking more and more about this cleanup process, it's occurring to me that this is not just about cleaning out a house, but it's really kind of making space for the two of you. And the two of you seem like, even though you live in the same house, you've been sort of in your own spaces and kind of stuck in your own places. And, you know, I thought maybe this would be a time to connect a little bit and just sort of talk things through. Alicia, what do you feel like you need from your dad right now?
Just for him to share with me more of who he is, because there are parts of himself I don't think he's ever really shared.
Well, you know, it's hard for me to talk like that. And of course, my daughter is somebody that I'm not accustomed to expressing myself with or about or around. You know, because I don't want her to think any worse of me than she already does. So.
Wow. Now you're laughing, but I think, Jim, you just said something really powerful. What is it that, if Alicia knew about you, what is it that she would find out that would make her think less of you?
I don't know. I guess perhaps that I'm more of an idiot and a weakling than I put on, you know. But
Alicia, I don't know if you're hearing what Jim is saying,
Absolutely.
but I mean, he's saying some really powerful stuff here. I mean,
Absolutely.
He's saying that you would think less of him if you knew him more, and that he's I think you said an idiot and a weakling. I mean, do you view him that way?
Not at all. We all have our idiosyncrasies, our imperfections, but we're human. We're allowed to be flawed. We're allowed to make mistakes.
That's right.
And we're allowed to learn from them and move on.
Yep.
You know, and what my dad did, like in his service days, that was amazing.
Vietnam was an interesting ride.
I bet.
I tried to explain to her what it's like to be on a death march, you know, where everybody, all the ammunition is gone, everybody's done for, and we still got 5 miles to walk to the pickup point.
So what's that laughter hiding, Jim?
I guess it's hiding the fear and the exasperation and the desperation and the anger of an insane situation that you shouldn't have a bunch of guys in. You know, there's probably about 12 or 15 of us. And we we walked a long ways that day. And so, yeah, but we made it. So, you know,
To see Dad open up like that, that's rare. And it meant a lot to me that he was willing to take that step to just start taking off that mask that he's worn for so long.
Alicia, you know your dad better than just about anyone. What do you think he needs right now?
Right. Right.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
Well, listen, I'm really glad that we were able to talk. And you know, I'm really hoping that we're not just going to make space in the house, but that we're going to make space for the two of you to have a good relationship here. And that's more important than the stuff.
This is the last day, and I'm totally amped up because we still have stuff in the front yard. We have stuff in the house. I have Jim and Alicia working on electronics.
Yeah, we need to make that blanket decision, Dad.
Yeah, we're tossing the blanket.
We're boxing everything else up that's left over. And I have housekeepers just scrubbing as fast as they can. We're taking things that we purchased for him and bringing it into the house. We're doing everything we can to set this house up so it looks like a true home for Alicia and Jim. Come on in.
Come, my God, what on earth took place here?
Well, just take it
I
in for a
swear.
minute.
Jim and Alicia, how does it feel to see your house like this?
Am I floating?
It's a dream.
Yeah. I'm tempted to cry. My God, this is astounding.
What makes you feel like crying, Jim?
It was painful, but it's sweet.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really sweet to see things that I haven't seen for a long time, like walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
For it to be so open and airy and the light
yeah, this is
flow is.
this is what I've been
overwhelming.
missing. Yeah, this is it. Looks like new. Magnificent. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can see the walls and everything.
So, Jim, we set up this room as your sleeping room.
Sleeping room.
Okay,
There
it's
you go.
really just for you to come in and sleep and
Okay.
have the whole bed to sleep in.
All right.
The other room is
yeah.
as it was. And in fact, that's where all your guns are stored so
Right,
that it's
okay.
been safe, you know, so that we could work in the house. Sleep here, sort and organize over there.
That's probably a good idea.
I'm remembering when I first came into the house and I saw the little sliver of bed that you were lying on.
A
And
little shelf.
I'll tell you just, Jim, that broke my heart to see you having to live that way. And I'm really glad that Dorothy and her team were able to open up a space for you to sleep and to be comfortable.
That's amazing. I'm ready to start living again. And I do sort of feel like the old boy that fell into the ditch and had the Good Samaritan rescue.
I think we can step outside because you know I can't help myself. We always have one more little thing that we want to, just one more thing to show you. So why don't we head outside and see
Okay.
what we've got?
Come on out.
Come on out.
Post, halt! Right face! Present flags. Sergeant Ellison, on behalf of the veterans of foreign wars, I'd like to thank you for your service in the U.S. Army. And we would like to be a support to you and your family at the Kannapolis Post 8989 if you would be interested in joining us.
Here I thought I was just a lonely old veteran serving on his own.
Oh, you never are.
Post, present arms. Order arms. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Guys, almighty.
The parade really surprised me. I was stunned. I wasn't just surprised. I was stunned. It felt really great for the veterans to just come in and thank me, and it was amazing.
Group hug!
My name is Todd. I'm 29 years old. I'm a serial hobbyist. I have a problem with organization.
My name is Robin, and I am Todd's girlfriend. When you walk into Todd's house, there's magazines, there's books, there's dirty towels, there's garbage, there's things that have probably been there for years.
You know, if you were to ask me where something belongs, I couldn't tell you. Like, I don't know where anything belongs.
The bathrooms, I wouldn't even go in there with a hazmat outfit on. There's leftover food containers. He's been into computer games. He's been into video games. He's been into Warhammer, the little figurines.
I would say that on average, each new hobby cost me at least $1,000.
He went and has material probably to make about 50 different knives. He joined a knife club. He's gone to shows. He buys all this stuff, and I'm not sure if he's even made a single knife.
The state that house is in currently is acceptable. It's acceptable to me. I just sort of, take it or leave it. This is me. This is how I live.
My name is Tim, and I'm Todd's father. I've often struggled with why he does this. This is trash. But he doesn't seem able to throw it away. And I don't know why. How do you form an emotional attachment to an empty bottle of hot sauce? I don't get that.
I don't know if he has just a lot of anxiety about throwing things away, if it just makes him feel a lot safer to have that stuff.
My name is Kathy. I'm Todd's mom. I really don't know what the root of the problem is.
When he's a little kid, he was a messy little kid. But most kids are messy. And that didn't raise any warning signs particularly.
I think it's always been just something that he's done, and I think it's getting just progressively worse.
These tendencies, if they're not addressed, can get really out of control. And you end up with people who become basically hermits.
I've lived here for 3 years, and I think I've only had 6 people in my house.
It could get to that point where he doesn't have friends or close family or our relationship.
I don't want to live like this anymore. And I don't want to have a future like this, because my future living like this, I don't think is a very happy one.
It's got to the breaking point where it either gets fixed now or it's never going to get fixed, and it's only going to get worse.
Hello.
Hey, how's it
Nice
going?
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Sarah.
My name is Sarah Barica, and I am a certified professional organizer.
Is there anything in the home that you know right off the top of your head that you're going to be okay with that can go in the trash?
No.
Todd has the potential to be a very serious hoarder.
It is a progressive disorder, and so there could be a point where Todd may be at a level where there is no turning back.
Okay, let's go.
I'm feeling this morning there's a little trepidation. I know that there's people in my house. They're touching my things.
Okay. What's the tapping about?
Oh, I don't know.
Anxiety?
Anxiety, I guess.
Okay.
96. So this shirt is 13 years old. Yeah, that's a keeper.
Alrighty. When we started the morning off, Todd had to go through a lot of his clothing.
So this is a keep. Let's keep.
I was willing kind of to just let Todd decide whatever he wanted.
Keep that. Definitely keep that.
My name is Dr. Robbie Ludwig. I'm a psychotherapist, and I specialize in working with people who have anxiety disorders. What are you noticing? What's coming up for you?
Like memories and a lot of anxiety about getting rid of stuff and be like, but, you know, like I remember stuff like where I got the shirt.
So maybe that's something you could work on. The shirt doesn't hold the memory. The shirt doesn't hold anything special. It's just simply an object, and the memory is within you. And the experience is yours. I think Robin is going to need to be the voice of reason, because these are really habits that he's developed over a lifetime. And so it might creep up on him when he's feeling anxious, holding on to more things and having difficulty getting rid of some of the things that he's acquired. You know, just seeing how all you interact with Todd, kind of tiptoeing around a bit, it's very easy to get sucked into Todd's world, which is how we got here in the first place. Until he really gets a sense of that, Robin is going to need to make many interventions along the way. Some of this isn't going to be comfortable for Todd, so we may need to take a little bit of a confrontational or tougher love approach to not get sucked in.
I don't want to have to be that person that's like, okay, you have to do this. You know, standing over him and telling him what he needs to take care of and what he doesn't. Can we just toss that whole thing?
No. Maxim trash. Law school trash.
This is an interesting poster.
That's trash.
Trish. I notice you seem to be able to make decisions a little bit quicker about what goes in the trash.
I want to get rid of the stuff that I want to get rid of. I want to keep the stuff I want to keep. I want to move on.
Todd was on this disposing high. He was getting rid of everything, and it annoyed Robin because Robin felt that he wasn't really thinking about what he was doing.
Go.
His new focus is now throwing things away. I'm just gonna throw everything away. He's gonna go through all this and he's gonna get rid of it, but then is he actually processing like the emotional attachment that he has? You know, tomorrow is gonna be like, gosh, like I really wish I wouldn't have done that because, you know, everyone leaves, but I'm gonna be here.
Do you feel you know him so well you feel he's avoiding something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of this stuff being here. I feel like we spent a lot of time talking that we could be working.
He didn't really understand that he gets stuck in an all or nothing kind of frame of mind. And prior to us getting here, it was keeping everything. And then after a period of time, it was getting rid of most things. One of the reasons why he never sat down to address it is because it does make him irritable. It does make him angry. And if he could somehow avoid it altogether, either by getting rid of everything or keeping everything, then he doesn't have to feel annoyed, irritable, or deal with these unresolved issues that are really paralyzing him.
You're thinking, oh my God, this is so annoying. I don't want to do this right now. But this is the exact reason. This is how we're going to fix it. I think this is kind of like a turning point.
I just don't care anymore. I just want to get it done.
The problem is that if we push you hard enough, you're going to do whatever we want you to do. But is that really solving the problem?
Todd definitely has this idea, or needed to have this idea that, you know, once he got the concept, he was good to go and he was all cured.
You keep saying, I just want to get this done. I just want to get this done. Stop talking, I just want to get it done.
Yeah.
But the whole reason we're here is to do the talking.
For me, it's about the process and making sure that this goes well and that later on, you're not, you know, upset that we got rid of, you know, 17 boxes of stuff. I just want to, you know, I want to deal with it now as opposed to dealing it when there's not a professional here to talk through it.
I don't understand why y'all won't take victory for an answer. Like, I don't need this stuff. Like this stuff, like I can't replace that. The rest of this stuff, if I want it again, I can go buy it again.
You know, it would be very easy for Todd and Robin to feel like they have had a victory, which in some ways they have, that they've resolved the issue to some extent. They have a clean house, they're moving towards their goal, but the danger comes with, did we really address the symptom of the problem? And the symptom of the problem is something we can't always get to in a short period of time.
had a lot of accomplishments today. We tackled the upstairs and went from 17 boxes to 1 box.
17 boxes, done.
Done. Robin's face is priceless right now. She's
so happy.
pasted him a smile.
Before, we couldn't live together. We couldn't do activities in his house together. So this has really just transformed our relationship together.
I think this is totally going to move us on in the next step in our relationship. The house has never been in a condition where she could move in. The dog, maybe kids in the future, like that couldn't have happened here 2 days ago. And now it can.
Todd has a long road ahead of him. This is the hardest part. This is where the tough stuff begins. He's now got to do this on his own. He has Robin, so that's a benefit. You know, he's going to have to work on this over and over and over again.
It's going to be like being an alcoholic. Every day, I have to think about, I'm not going to do this. And I think maybe it'll become more natural. It becomes like a habit. I don't think it'll ever be something that I won't have to think about and I won't have to deal with.
I don't think Todd's cured, but this was a really big victory. This is amazing. This has transformed where he lives, and it's now made a space for us to live together.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your help. Very appreciate it. Robin will be moving in 2 months, and I want it to look exactly like it does now, this clean.
I'm Dennis, and I am a retired architect. I've never thought of myself as a hoarder, but I'm hoarding, I know that. Anyone entering the house immediately becomes aware that there's clutter here. I've got hallways that are crowded to the point where you can barely walk through. In the living room, items are stacked on top of one another almost to the ceiling. Items at the bottom are being crushed. Everywhere you turn, you're going to find clutter. The other rooms in the house are equally in as bad condition. My kitchen area is hardly usable. My bathroom facilities aren't totally functional. I've got 3 rooms in the house right now that are so full you can't even get in the doorway. They're stuffed full with boxes that have things in them that I haven't viewed for the last 12 years. Don't know what's in a lot of them. There's just so much. It's overwhelming. I've acquired quite a bit of sculptural work, wood carvings. There's a lot of lumber here. There are scrap metals, multiple wheelchairs, 5 motorhomes, which are stuffed full with things. 4 what I've referred to as snack vans or bread trucks, over a dozen cars, including classic cars. I will never in my lifetime get to do all that my ambitions have drawn me into. Okay, nice and easy now. Come on, you're coming up to the step. At this point in time, I need to help my wife with almost every life activity. It actually has become very difficult to get my wife from the bed to the living room space. Okay, stand up until I get you there. I try to assist her in walking as often as I can, but things have just become so crowded. I'm going to have to acknowledge that this is probably not a safe environment for even an able-bodied person. I'm very concerned about the condition of my home. I know that I need to clean up things as soon as possible, but one man against this amount is just hopeless.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm Matt Paxton. I'm an extreme cleaning specialist. It's a lot of people here, Dennis.
There are.
Big crew, big job. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine right now. I'm ready.
I think we can do this, man.
Let's do it. Let's
do it. Thank you for letting us even try.
Oh, you don't know how much of a blessing I feel this is.
Well, let's talk in 3 days.
I appreciate it. It won't change. It will not change.
All right, this is old school. Let's put our hands in. We got this. Organizers, everybody come on in. We can do this. 1, 2, 3. We got this. Normally I would only start in one area, but just because of the sheer volume, we've got to start both inside and outside. So I'm gonna get my junk guys started outside, and I'm gonna get my organizers started inside. Hey guys, we have like an actual problem. Okay. You guys are doing so good that I have nowhere to put all this stuff outside. So I need you to like chill for 10 minutes. I've got to make space outside. It's a new day, it's a new Dennis. We still have 2 whole days. You guys ready to get started? Let's do this.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go. She said it. All right. Between inside and outside, we're taking about 10,000 pounds an hour. And we're still just kind of barely making a dent in this property. This has been a mad final push. We've got furniture coming. We've got people scrubbing, people cleaning. We're pulling carpets. We're bringing in new beds. We're bringing in new furniture. Everything is happening this last hour. I'm excited, but I'm still a little nervous. We did it. End of day 4, we cleaned a lot of trash out, over 500 tons, which is 1 million pounds. That's an enormous amount of weight. We didn't finish, but we did a good job. There's still a long ways to go, but the house looks great. I mean, I'm really pleased the family can now finally go in and live in this house.
Oh my word. I can't believe this.
Oh my God. Look at the kitchen.
You don't recognize this room anymore, do you? No, it's quite a bit different.
So you can see the house has been emptied of a few things, as you can see. It's been thoroughly cleaned. We've got a new couch, we've got new tables, we cleaned out the bedroom, we have a new bed for you. The kitchen is clean, the refrigerator is fully clean, and it's totally usable. It's really good.
This is fantastic, just fantastic.
How are you guys, family? What are you thinking? How are you feeling?
I'm blown away. I mean, this is just, I can't believe this is the same house we started with.
I'm stunned.
It's just amazing.
How does it feel to have all this space?
For whatever I've lost, look what I've gained.
What do you think, Mom?
How are you feeling?
Do you like it?
Can we get a smile? Huh? Okay, you're trying. All right.
Like it?
She's good.
Okay, I'm sure she's happy.
Just looking at Judith and Dennis, I can tell they're happy. And that's what we're here to do.
This is where we'll be sleeping tomorrow night. Look a little different? Sure does. Fresh and clean.
Dennis and Judy can finally spend the night in a clean house for the first time in a long time. Check this out, dude.
That is
Oh,
beautiful.
wow. The whole thing is raising.
We're raising up. So we'll
Actually,
raise
Oh,
up.
it is all going up.
Beyond anything I could have imagined.
Both bathrooms have been thoroughly cleaned.
This morning we still felt like there was a lot to do, and we really didn't think it was going to happen, honestly. I think it's wonderful. There's so much room in here. My parents can actually move around now and enjoy themselves. It's well lit, it's clean, it's safe. It far exceeds any expectation I had. It's amazing.
That makes me feel good. I think this is going to be the way I want to keep it. This is absolutely going to be a fresh start. I'm going to do everything I can to preserve it. Don't want to let it get back anywhere near what it had been at.
This was a massive crisis. Inside was dangerous, outside was dangerous, there were fines, and we were able to handle all of those. What we have achieved is they have options, the county's gonna work with them, and they're gonna be able to make really good long-term decisions for both of them. This was a win.
Thank you. Very nice meeting you, Judah.